What's up, to the gangster girl, to the gram, back with another video. As y'all can tell by the title, this is gonna be somewhat of a serious video. I don't do these type of videos very often, but since today is literally the day before the anniversary, I decided to go ahead and do this video to get it out. But before I actually get into the story time, make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe. And the reason why I'm laying down is because this is giving like the perfect nostalgic moment for me to do this story time, because this is the position I was in when I found out that my great grandmother died. So I'm gonna put some videos and stuff to kind of get you guys to realize that I'm not joking when I say this. But let's go ahead and break it down. I'm gonna try not to get emotional, but no promises. So let's take it back to January 21st, 2020. This is right before like we actually like really knew what COVID was. And I remember prior to this day, my great grandmother, she was always like alert, and like she was just like the sweetest human being, honestly, that I ever known. Of course she had her wild side, but me being one of her first great grandchildren, she was always like the sweetest lady, bro. Like, it's so crazy that, like, I guess I kind of reminded her of herself, because she has like a distinctive birthmark, and I'm like the only person that has the same birthmark as her. It's like a little, I don't know what it's called. If I can find out what it is, I'll put it here for y'all, but it's just like this one little bluish purple mark on her lip. It was very distinctive and you could see it. I was like the only one that had it. I kind of still have it, but I think mine kind of like disappeared as I got older. But I had it in the same exact spot she had it. And I think that's kind of how she saw herself in me, low-key. But yeah, I always knew her as being the sweetest lady. Never seen her raise her voice, do nothing. Now, of course, with her kids, that's a different story, okay? Because I've heard stories from her kids. But with me, my personal experience with her, like, I've lived with her, like, she's lived with me before. Like, me and her always had, like, a great relationship, okay? Like, that woman used to cook after school for me. Like, she was, like, a third mom, okay? But months before, I want to say around like Thanksgiving of 2019, she wasn't doing well, and she kind of started declining a little bit. And of course, I unfortunately had to work that Thanksgiving, because we usually all like gather as a family on Thanksgiving and go by her and like spend time as a family. But unfortunately, I was stuck working that day and I couldn't go over there. So I didn't even get to see her that year. It really bothered me, because I was like, this is the first year I never get to see everybody. I take holidays with my family really serious, okay? So fast forward to January, and literally this was like the day before. So on January 20th, she was really bad. Like, she was like really, really bad. And my mom was like, when I get off tomorrow, I'm gonna go see her. Do you want to come with me? And I was like, yeah, just let me know when you get off or whatever. So I worked that day on the 21st. I got off early before she got off, and she said that she was getting updates and that it still wasn't looking good or whatever. She said that she was told that she was sleeping. So by the time she got off, she was like, do you want to still meet me over there? But I mean, she's sleeping right now. And I was like, nah, just, when you get there, whenever she wakes up, just let me know. No, because like we didn't live that far from her. It was like no more than like 20 minutes away. So I was like, nah, just let me know when she wakes up and I'll come over there or whatever. Well, mind you, I got off at 3. She got off around like 4:30, 5 o'clock. And I was trying my hardest not to take a nap, but I was so tired. And those 2 videos I inputted, those were videos I took before I fell asleep. So just like a baby, how they like to, fight their sleep, that's what I was doing literally the whole time. Because I didn't hear from her, and I just started drifting in and out of sleep, and I was really trying to fight my sleep at that moment. And I don't know how long I was asleep. I didn't check the time when I fell asleep, but by the time I woke back up, I checked my phone and I still hadn't heard from her. So I'm like, how is she still sleeping? Like, it wasn't adding up to me. So I was actually going to like message her, but I was like, no. She said she was gonna contact me, don't bother her. And shortly after I woke up, my stepdad came in the room, and he literally told me that she had just passed away. And that's when it really hit me. So basically, the time that I was fighting my sleep was the time that she was transitioning. And wow, 5 years later it still hits me. That's crazy. I couldn't believe it. I was in shock. I remember calling my boyfriend and telling him what happened, and he was like, are you okay? Like, do you need me to meet you? Like, what do you need? And I'm like, well, there's nothing you can really do right now. I'm on my way over there, because my mom's there. I didn't know how many people were over there, because people did live with her, so I knew that people were there. I just didn't know who and how many. So when I got there, she was peacefully in her bed. And the crazy part is, one of my cousins was there, and she's actually a nurse. So she already knew what was going on, because when she got to the house, that's when she was transitioning, and that's how they knew that she had passed away, because she was a nurse and she knew what to do and the signs and everything. So as soon as I walked in, it just felt so heavy. And I remember when I walked in, my mom was like, do you want to see her? And I was like, there's no way I'm about to go in there and see her like that, because that's not how I want to remember her. And I don't know how I processed it, but I just processed it as much as I could at the moment. The day after it happened, because we stayed till hospice and everybody came and took her away. But I remember the next day I had to go to work, and news had got around, because everybody that I worked with was like family, because they all, grew up with my mom, worked with my mom and all that. And my mom, me, and my stepdad all worked together at one point. So the word has spread and everybody knew what happened. So people were contacting me like, hey, I heard what happened. If you're not okay to come into work, just let us know. We'll figure it out. And at the time, I thought I was fine. Like, I'm like, my mom got up to go to work. She didn't have no problem. Like, she's at work, da-da-da-da-da. So I'm like, looking at that, and I'm like, you know what? If my mom got energy to get up and go to work, I'm going to do the same. Because mind you, it hadn't, like, really hit me yet. It hadn't even been 24 hours since she had passed, so it hadn't even really, like, hit me for real. So I was completely fine. I got up, I got dressed, I got ready to go to work. I did cry a little bit before I actually got to work, but it wasn't, like, crazy, right? So I got in the door, I'm clocking in, and somebody comes up to me and literally said, I'm so sorry about your loss. And as soon as I heard that, I completely just fell apart, literally. So they had to like pull me in the office, and I just had to break down. And they're like, you are not in the right space to be here. You need to go home. And I was like, I literally got out of bed. I got dressed. I came here. I just drove here. Like, I'm not about to just go back home. I was like, I'll make it through tonight. And then if I feel like I can't come tomorrow, I just won't. So that was going on. I made it through the night. I might have had some episodes in between my shift, but I was like, okay. So it was before I even finished my shift, the manager at the time that I was switching with, she went to the actual store manager and she was like, yo, she does not need to come in tomorrow. And he was like, that's fine, because he knew what happened too. So he was like, that's perfectly fine. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, I don't have to go to work tomorrow. Cool. Well, one of the managers was off, and she basically messaged me herself and was like, oh, we heard that you trying to call off tomorrow. You need to find somebody to replace you. And such and such. And I'm like, what? Like, the store manager just told me I don't have to come in tomorrow. So what are you talking about? Because she wasn't even there. I don't even know if she knew what happened. Well, long story short, I couldn't find nobody to replace my shift for me. So I was stuck working it, even though the store manager told me I did not have to come in. So when I tell y'all, I spent days at work. I literally, like, my physical body was there, but I mentally and spiritually was not there. And it was so crazy because not only did the employees catch on, but even the customers were like, something is not right with you. You do not seem like you're here right now. Like, my whole demeanor was not, like, I was like a robot, just functioning. Like, I had no personality, like nothing. I was just like mute, basically. And it got to a point where that same manager that said to the store manager that I needed to go home and not come to work was like, you need to look into bereavement, because I'm pretty sure you can ask for time off due to a death in the family. So we went back to the store manager, and he was like, I don't know if it applies to great grandparents. So we told him to call HR. Well, when he called HR, they're like, yeah, no. Great grandparents, they apply as well. Cause I'm like, well, first of all, why wouldn't a great grandparent apply to that? Just because most people don't get to live and see their great grandparents does not mean that they should not be implied in that bereavement plan. Because first of all, that's dumb as hell if they aren't. Like, let's be clear. I'm grateful that I had 22 years with that woman. I'm very grateful that I had that time with her. You know what I'm saying? Like I just said, a lot of people have never got to even meet their great grandparents. I never got to meet my great grandfather. He passed away before I was even born, bro. So the fact that I was able to have 20 plus years with that woman, you damn skip me. I'm about to go, what are you talking about? Like I said, she was like a third mother to me, bro. She helped raise me too. What do you mean? So when they approved it, what had happened was I had set off days already, and we just worked it around to where, like, I made sure that I had the funeral off, and I had like set amount of days off. So I think altogether I had like 5-ish days off for bereavement, because I think they gave you like 3 days, and I already had like 2 days off already for that week. So I had like a total of like I said, 5 days off. But it was a really hard time for all of us, because mind you, we hadn't had a death in the family in so long. And that woman literally kept our family together. When I tell you, that woman was the reason why our family was the way we were. So when she left, everybody just dispersed. Like, you can't even get in touch with certain people anymore. Like, the whole family dynamic is not even the same. She was the glue to this family. And ever since she passed away in 2020, like, the last 5 years, our family ain't even the same no more, bro. Like, it's it's a whole different ball game now. It's so crazy to know that this one woman literally kept the entire family together. Like, she was the one to make sure that everyone was around each other for holidays, birthdays, and shit. Like, she was that. So losing her definitely affected everyone in certain ways. I feel like, me personally, it affected me really bad. It took me a while to, accept it. And the first year of the anniversary, that was really hard. I remember going to work on the anniversary day and just breaking down, and it was really hard. I haven't cried like this in a while. I don't know if it's because this is the 5th year anniversary that it's like, really hitting me again, but it's just really crazy to know that this is still, like, affecting me in ways I didn't know that it still was. Because instead of me being like, oh, it's year 5, I'm celebrating, ain't nothing to celebrate. Literally, like, that's just how I feel. There's nothing to celebrate. I mean, her legacy is still here. Cherishing her. This tattoo is literally for her. Like, literally has her birthday and date of passing on it. And I know a lot of people ask me why a ladybug. That's literally what she always called me. She never called me by my name. It was always Ladybug. So that's why I'm, like, so obsessed with ladybugs. And I'll even throw in videos since she passed how many ladybugs I done came across because of her. There's a bunch that I haven't recorded, but these are some of the ones that I have been able to record. And mind you, I've seen ladybugs before she even passed, but the abundance of ladybugs that I see now to this day, bro, I know that's her. Like, there's nobody else sending me ladybugs but that woman, bro. That is the only woman that has ever called me ladybug like that. Now, granted, there's people, now every now and then that call me ladybug, but no, that lady literally knew me as Ladybug. She didn't call me by my name, bro. Never. She called me Ladybug every time she was talking to me. So, I wanted to make this video to kind of, like, I guess, give myself that grievance for the 5th year anniversary of her passing. I didn't mean to make you guys, I guess, grieve with me. But I just felt it in my heart that I needed to do this video. So, I know she's up there, probably like, why are you crying? I know she's good up there. It's just crazy to think that it's been 5 years. That's all. But I could just hear her now. Stop crying. We good. Like, stop crying. But, yeah, I just want to make this story time because I never made it. And, like I said, I don't really have death in the family that much. But I felt that I needed to make this for the 5th anniversary. And honestly, it's not even just because of the 5th year anniversary. It's because, like I said, this woman was like a third mom to me. Like, she was, like, really, really close. And I just felt like I was very blessed to have known her for as long as I have. Because, again, not many people have ever been able to meet a great-grandparent. So, I hope you guys don't be as sad. Like I said, these tears aren't because I'm, like, grieving her again. It's more of just going through the motions of, wow, it's been that long. That's crazy, you know? But I am happy that she's at peace, that she's in a better place. She ain't suffering no more. I do love that. And I love that she is guiding me, literally. Like, I can feel her in like almost every essence of things. And every time I'm asking, can you send me a ladybug, please? Like, send me one. She's not gonna send it when I want her to send it. She's gonna send it when I need it, you know? And that's what I love about her. Like, she will literally send me a ladybug when I am not expecting it. And she will literally send it when I need it the most. And yeah, that's basically it. I just wanted to do a different type of story time. I know y'all are so used to the car story times and stuff like that since last year, but I wanted the first story time of 2025 to be kind of personal. Well, a little bit more personal, shall I say. Since it is the 50th anniversary of my great grandmother leaving this earth. But again, she's in heaven, dancing, having a good old time. I already know. I already know she's having a good old time. So I'm not gonna stay sad too much longer, but I just had to get it out. That's all. But I appreciate y'all for staying this whole video. Unfortunately, I do have another story time just like this that I'm gonna have to do, and it's gonna be at least another like 4-ish months, so y'all got time. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna do this again for a while, but unfortunately I'm gonna have to do another one of these within the next couple of months, so stay tuned to that one. We're gonna cry again together. But yeah, thank y'all for always supporting and showing love. This is, I feel like, a testament that no matter how long ago it was, it can always come back and feel just as fresh as it was when it happened. But I am good mentally. Don't worry about none of that. Like, I'm not about to sit here and be like, oh, I hate my life. No, I'm perfectly fine. I just needed this good cry, honestly. I just needed this good ass cry in front of y'all, like, for real. But I will see you guys next video. It will not be this serious and emotional, I promise. We got some other stuff coming. Like I said, it is carnival season. It is still holiday season. We got crazy weather coming, so I'm pretty sure y'all gonna get a bunch of all of that. Okay, but so again, thank y'all for joining this TED Talk and vent session. Basically, y'all were my therapists, just to sit here and listen to me, because I appreciate it. But I will see you guys next video.